Hi, and welcome to another episode of Starship Gaming, and this is our 100th episode special. Now, you're probably asking what is so special about it. Well, I should say I, since I'm the only one doing this. I am going to discuss stuff that throughout the year that I've really, the past episodes. Stuff that I've learned and all that good stuff. So let's jump right into it. And before I get started, if you've watched some of my past update videos about the whole Copa, whatever situation, December 10th came and passed. And if you haven't noticed, quite a few of our older content, older videos has been deleted. And that was basically more or less to comply with the whole COPPA thing. I was very reluctant to do that. It technically complied, but I wanted to be on the safe side because we're still not out of the woods yet. We won't be out of the woods until January 1st comes and goes. And it's still murky water right now. There's not a lot of information on what's right and what's wrong and what won't get you fined. They still haven't really defined it yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, let's get started with our 100th episode special. I also want to apologize for not making this video anytime sooner. It's been over a week. I've actually been sick again, and I don't know if you can tell it my voice. Might not. I've been having a pretty rough time health-wise, so yeah. So let's now jump in. So in the past 100 episodes that I've done so far, I've covered a wide range of topics. I particularly like to talk about PlayStation, particularly PS1 and PS2. I wasn't really a fan of anything after PS3. PS4 I'm fine with, but PS3 was like the last one that I played, non-stop. It was like my main console for years. But I've honestly enjoyed talking about every little subject that we covered, and there's still, quite a bit that I want to talk about. I just hope this whole Copa, I'm going to start calling it COPPA. I just hope this whole situation doesn't derail my future plans for what I want to talk about and do videos about. And, we've talked about that a lot. I think in the future, here's what I do want to address. We're going to have a transition from Season 2 to Season 3. I'm actually going to start Season 3 sometime in January. And it will continue, I'm going to say until probably August or July. Probably July. And I want to talk about the future plans that I have for this whole little YouTube series. It's actually going to become more professional than what you see now on screen. The current form of it, as it has been for the past year. But in the past 100 episodes, there's just so much that I've enjoyed talking about. And a lot of the subjects, like the weird stuff I got to cover, there's still quite a bit that I want to cover. And it's slowly getting there. I know this month the next few days you're going to see you're probably going to see tomorrow 2 episodes in one day, so you can brace for that. If you're watching this the day after this premieres on YouTube. But if not, you can go ahead and skip ahead and look at the next episodes if you're already if it's already past December 12th as of the recording of this. But what I want to talk about is the future if this whole COPPA situation if everything calms down with it and everything's good, I plan on doing a season 2 finale, preferably during the first week of January. I may decide to do it right before New Year's and just do it as a New Year's special season 2 finale. But we'll see how that goes. But I'm planning on starting season 3 preferably around the 10th or 11th of January, and it's going to have a different format than this has. It's going to be more professional. I'm also going to add, in addition to our, my rants and the conversation and whatnot, and the subjects of video games we talk about, I'm going to probably have a segment dedicated to reviewing. I'm going to bring in my friend Steven. If you don't know him, he's been on The Laugh Center in the past. If you don't know what The Laugh Center is, it's some old videos that we used to do. We actually did these videos for about 10 years before we finally called it quits. Then, of course, I still upload his random Steven moments, which there will be some coming out soon. Just haven't got around to it yet. There's just so much planned. But I think I'm going to add Steven to future segments. He's going to do reviews on movies and certain nerdy products, toy reviews, and they'll be anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe even 10-minute segments. So the episodes will probably, get longer. Of course, with the rants and everything, I don't know how long my rants will go on. I've had, I think, one go on for over 30 minutes, which I don't know, by the time this is done, how long it'll be. But we are aiming for a season 3 premiere around the 10th or 11th of January. And like I said, the show is going to be completely revamped from what it is now. It'll still have the basic formula, but we're going to add some stuff and make it a little more interesting. And we may even add little comedic sketches to it, just to kind of throw it in there. I don't know how this will go. It's still in the planning stages. Of course, it'll still be me talking, and you'll see the picture on screen. And then, of course, you'll have a segment, and there'll be, whatever else. But it's a work in progress right now. We're still in the planning stages with it. And in the past 100 episodes, I should say 99, not counting, counting the, some of the one-off ones in the news and whatnot. I've learned that there's a lot of stuff to talk about in video games, and I want to expand it beyond video games. I want to not only talk about video games, but go back to more of my roots, like with the Starship review, where it talked about not only videos and electronics and stuff. I want to do those too again, and still keep the Starship Gaming name, just have it kind of broaden its horizon, and just kind of reach out there to new subjects that are nerd and gaming related, and kind of go with that and see how it progresses from there. And like I said, in the past 100 episodes, I've learned that the stuff that you talk about won't satisfy everyone. You'll have fans that, people who will say, well, I don't like how you talked about this product, and give it a thumbs down just because, that's their opinion. And you got people that say, you don't like it. And I've learned from that, the ones that, they give a thumbs down for stuff. For example, there's a lot of bias towards Xbox, which is why I don't talk about it a lot, because every time I do, you got that one, I guess you could say, PlayStation fanboy who gets jealous and thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, just because they don't like Xbox. And that doesn't make sense. And when you do that, it really it really makes me want to make videos less. And that's why, you know, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, I'm just going to say, you know what, I'm not going to make videos anymore. Too many thumbs down because of some biased fanboys out there over a certain product. Put your product here, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, whatever. And that just motivates me less, so that's, you know, it's not really, you know, everybody has their opinion. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't, you know, but I'm the kind of person that if you don't like it, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. It's as simple as that. So, you know, knowing what people like and don't like really affects the outcome of what future videos I make. Like, if I had a bunch of like Xbox or a bunch of PlayStation ones completely planned, I'll just completely either move them to, you know, within 2 or 3 months in the future, or I may just cut them out completely and not even do them at all, not even cover them. So that has happened. I've actually one of my first videos that I did about Goldeneye being a Doom clone, apparently that made a lot of either Doom fans or Goldeneye fans extremely angry. I think it was mostly Goldeneye fans. They're like, oh, it's its own game. I mean, it really does. Just go back and watch the video. I mean, it honestly is a clone. I'm just going to say that. But originally, it was the second episode, and I had it on for like a week, and I woke up one morning and it had like 10 thumbs down from like angry fanboys, I guess you could say, Goldeneye fanboys. And I don't use the term fanboy in any way bad. I use it in a term, you know, because everybody's a fanboy or a fangirl of something. But I had more Goldeneye videos planned. I actually had more Doom videos planned too. But because of the negative feedback from that, you know, when it was originally posted, I canceled all future plans for any Goldeneye videos, and mostly for any Doom videos, you know, with a few exceptions. But I was like, you know what, they don't like Goldeneye to be talked about, you know, as a clone or anything like that, so I'm going to cancel all future videos, which I ended up doing. If you've noticed, since, you know, it's now episode 3. Originally I deleted it, and then I decided to make a video not long after about, you know, the second episode became my finds for like March 2019 or something. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to give it another try, so I re-uploaded it. So when you watch the video, you may hear it be referred to as the second episode, which it's not now, it's the third. But originally it was the second. But that really, really changed my opinion of certain subjects to talk about and not talk about. And if it's overwhelmingly negative feedback that I hear, I'll either just delete the video, or I'll just, you know, not talk about anything related to that particular subject or anything in that broad area ever again in future videos. It's just to, you know, I want to talk about stuff that people like, it's not what they don't like. But a lot of the stuff, you know, I get a lot of overwhelming feedback about. Like, I've heard from people, they told me they liked the Postopia video, which if you don't know what Postopia was, you can go back and watch the episode. But of course, it was a website that existed years ago online that had games on it. It was a really fun website. I haven't done any online, you know, talk about online websites or anything like that in a while. I think I might do a few more. I haven't really decided yet, but I do have some planned eventually. It takes time to do these videos. But I'm always open to suggestions for future videos for subjects if you want to talk about it. Of course, I'm not going to talk about a lot of the mainstream stuff. I'm not going to talk about Fortnite. I'm not going to talk about Minecraft, stuff like that. I may eventually talk about it, but I don't really like to talk about stuff that's too mainstream, especially Fortnite. Fortnite is just discussed way too much, and it's to the point I don't want to talk about it. It's just, to me, I'm not a Fortnite fan. You may be. I'm not. I've tried it. I've played it. I'm just never was a fan. It's not really worth talking about. It is what it is. I'll leave it at that. And it's like Minecraft. I do actually enjoy Minecraft. It is something that I play on weekends on my day off. I'll often sit there and just play it in like sandbox mode, and it's honestly really relaxing. But it's something I probably won't talk about. If I do, I'll talk about it in my own terms. But just like Fortnite, it is what it is. And you'll probably never hear me talk about Roblox. I'm sorry, Roblox fans. It's just not going to happen. If I do talk about it, it won't be for a while from the release of this video. I am not a Roblox fan. I've played it. Something may change my opinion someday. Just like Fortnite, something may change my opinion, but don't look for videos of it in the meantime. At least not in a positive light. And Call of Duty. I've had people tell me, why don't you talk about Call of Duty? Talk about all the Call of Duty games that have came out since blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going to talk about Call of Duty. If I talk about it, I'm going to talk about how it has been around longer than it should, and they need to take a 5-year hiatus before they make another one. I'm sorry, Call of Duty fans. I'm not on your side. Now, Medal of Honor, that's a series that needs to come back. Except they need to make the games less crappy. Sorry, Medal of Honor fans. The last few have not been the greatest games. Now, moving on. I do want to talk more about arcade games in future episodes. Probably in 2020. Arcade games, they are what they are. It is what it is. But I thought I'd want to talk about certain ones, some of the special ones, some of the rare ones, and just kind of discuss them. I think one of them that I am going to cover is the Three Stooges arcade machine that was released in the mid-'80s. I think it was 84. That is actually a very rare system a very rare arcade unit to come across. I have only ever seen one in my life, and that was in an arcade museum. I've never seen another one. That was about 5 years ago, so that tells you something. So there is literally so much that we're going to cover, and the release schedule, I'm going to try to go for like 2 a week if I can in the future. There may be more certain weeks, maybe less certain weeks, maybe 1 a week, or maybe one every 2 or 3 weeks. Depends on what my schedule's like. But we'll see where it goes, and we'll work on it from there. So that is my little rant. I know you probably didn't expect it for a 100th episode special, but I just wanted to discuss the past, the present, and the future, and just tell you about all these things. And I hope the whole COPPA thing, did we settle on COPPA? I can't remember. We're gonna see where that goes, and hopefully these future plans we can actually do. If not, it'll be the end of the road for this channel, these videos, and probably about 90% of your other favorite YouTubers, because they'll probably quit or just delete all their videos. So we'll see where that goes, and hopefully nothing happens. Hopefully it's just forgotten about, and everything will be chill again. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out if you do. We really want to make this channel grow. It's very important to us. If we can't get any larger, then we can't really progress. We can't continue making videos. I really want to hit the 1,000 subscribers mark by the end of 2020. I know that's wishful thinking, but I'll invite all your friends to watch our videos and to subscribe and like. It really helps out. And most importantly, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. It'll tell you when the latest videos are uploaded, and that way you can see them first and make all your friends jealous. So don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell if you want notifications of when we do more awesome videos, and until next time, I will see ya.